Hey guys, this is Kelson from Catch Me Catatonic, and today I wanted to remind everybody about our show coming up on November 6th at the venue. It's all ages, so everybody's invited, and we'd love to see you there. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about what the song Wishes is about and how it came to be. It's a combination of life experiences, kind of like every song, I guess, but you know. Um, but really, it's about struggling with the loss of friends over set boundaries. So I have a few things I've written down. It's also about not knowing what people really think, honesty in relationships, questioning whether you made the right decision, and the limbo that you feel when you do have to cut somebody off for any reason. And in this particular case, it was definitely a friend of mine that I had for a really long time, who, after about 10 years, decided to tell me all about how terrible of a friend I was, and just all of these things, all of these ways that I had personally offended him. And, at the time, I really was caught off guard by this, and I don't know, it hurt. It really made me question a lot about myself, and at the same time, a lot of these things could have been resolved had any of this been voiced to me sooner. And so that's where the lyrics, everything is fine until it's not. I'm too late and my wishes mean nothing. Everything was fine because we're blind to you're alone and our wishes mean nothing. I really had no idea that this person thought all of these things about me. And at first, it wasn't like a definitive split to our relationship as friends, but it became more threatening, and there was a lot of boundaries that were crossed. And so I also just had to do this all for my own, mental health and well-being. So it sucked. I had a lot of really good memories with this person, and I still think about them a lot to this day. So, the chorus is, I didn't see, did you, an unknown face, it's not my place. I can't save, can you, it's not my place, it's not my way. I didn't say, did you, it's not my place, it's not my place. I didn't see, did you, an unknown face, it's not your place. And so that's kind of about two people not really being in each other's heads, and you can't really know what somebody's thinking unless there's honesty in a relationship. So, if you have a particular grievance with me, I much prefer to know what's going on rather than be left in the dark and, unable to resolve any of those issues. It kind of felt like that person hadn't known me that entire time, and it turned out that I really didn't know who they were either. So that's kind of where that comes from. So a lot of this is about self-preservation and how far is too far. And I do acknowledge that I had some wrongdoing in this case, but still, a lot of personal boundaries were still crossed, and so once I had made my decision, that was kind of it. And it's not that I don't still care for their well-being, but I know for myself that I made the right decision, and it let it lie where it may lie. Acknowledging when someone has taken too much, and in this case, that was definitely the case. I guess nothing else really needs to be said about that. It just there was a point at which there wasn't really any saving to be done. So, what else? Let's see. Everything is fair when it's not. When we sleep and our wishes mean nothing. Everything is fair because it's not. Because you wait and your wishes are lost. Wishes, in a lot of ways, just refers to wanting to be able to have changed the course of things at the time. Those aren't really my feelings about it anymore, but like I said, we shared a lot of good memories, and it was a friend I wish I could have kept, at the time. And now I know that it was all for the better, but And the end goes, it's all the same, still know your name, and we are alive, but wishes mean nothing. It's all the same, and days slip by. I ask why wishes meant nothing. And I guess that's a point of acceptance also. It's a little bit about how there's nothing I could have done, and that's okay. So I think that's kind of the majority of that song. It's a combination of relationships and stuff I've had throughout over time, but it's just about how you don't know what's going on in someone else's head, and you don't sometimes even know what's going on in your own head, and you just gotta deal with that. So I guess that's about all I have to say about that for today, but I'm always here for anybody who needs help. I'm also not a mental health professional, so at a certain point you do have to acknowledge that and for yourself and refer people to better help. So I once again, we've got a show coming up November 6th. I really hope to see you there. And thank you for supporting Catch Me Catatonic.